This Thanksgiving, we cannot forget those who may need a helping hand getting a meal.
That's right. Local nonprofits are stepping up once again. Seems always somebody steps in, right, to feed those in need. Katie Tursek with a look at how they're also helping to get people back on their feet.
The city mission serves hundreds of people in need of food and shelter all year round. And this Thanksgiving, they're serving up a warm meal to those in need and helping to connect people with jobs and places to live.
Well, according to City Mission, 12,000 people are experiencing homelessness in Cuyahoga County, and family homelessness has increased by 16%. Michael Hahn is the chief operating officer at the City Mission. He says the city of Cleveland, Cuyahoga County, and many agencies are working together to try and address the issue.
There's many reasons why people enter into homelessness. Increases in challenges with their mental health, substance abuse. Affordable housing is one of the great challenges within our community.
That's why City Mission is helping people get back on their feet.
Last year alone, we had 282 individuals leave our facilities with income and a job. Only on top of that, we had 150 individuals obtain housing.
In Cleveland, Kate Tursek, 19 News.